I've been thinking of doing this video for the past 3 days. I got the urge about 3 days ago while discussing with my friend relating to the issues of life. Good day, viewers. My name is Adeyanju and you're watching Future ABC Media Online TV. 3 days ago, I was with a friend and we were discussing different issues relating to life. And I noticed I said something that these days I like to hear very positive stories. I discovered that a lot of people most times don't share positive stories most often. So I'm going to give a brief description on why I decided to do a video here. On so many occasions, I've always been thinking about human life, human evolution, thinking about plants, animals, and stuff like that. But let's focus on human today. So, what are human beings? Human beings are organic being, kind of, more or less like an organism, wed together by tissues, cells. What did they teach us in secondary school then? Tissue, cell, muscle, and the system of us. So we were wed up together that way. And in our physical mortal being, we excrete waste. So how come waste come out from a human body if a human body has not consumed something that will produce that waste in the first place? So what are these waste? Excretors, urine, sweat, and the likes. So I link it up with the human brain that doesn't consume physical food or something that we can touch. But most times, you agree with me that emotions sometimes carry the same strength, the physical substances that we injected into our body. So somebody died now, for instance. You feel bad. Why do you feel bad? So you discover that your heart becomes so heavy. Why is your heart so heavy? Because of your feeling. Sometimes when you consume too much of food, you'll discover that your stomach can become so much heavy, bloated out, and it gives you inconveniences. So what a physical food or physical substances can cause to your body system, emotion can also cause the same damages. So emotions are thoughts that are generated from things that you have seen with your eyes, things that you hear with your ear, and sometimes what you perceive from your nose. It doesn't necessarily have to be physical substances that you can touch. So I link it to the same way a human body consumes food, put out to the waste by urinating and excreting. So I'm talking to the population of the world at large. What are the things that weigh you down? So firstly, let me check the dictionary meaning of what emotion is. The meaning of emotion in English. Emotion means strong feelings deriving from one's circumstances, mood, or relationships with others. Then focus on the definition. Emotion means feelings, derived from one's circumstances and mood, or especially this last phrase, relationships with others. Because this was what led me to do this video today. That the relationship that you share with others determines a lot in your life. So when I consume a food now that is not well cooked, a food that is not well prepared, or a food that is prepared under very dirty and filthy circumstances or filthy environment, you'll discover that it might give me a running stomach. So link that up with the thought of what you consume into your brain, the information you store in your brain. So I was discussing with my friend and I said, I need you to stop telling me things that are so negative. Most of the time, I want to listen to things that are positive. So, positive feelings will give you hope. It rises your spirit. It allows you to think better. It allows you uh, relate with others the way you ought to relate with them. It allows you do things that you're supposed to do at the right time. It promotes your life, it promotes your longevity, it promotes your mood, it increases your spirit, and it uplifts, every ounce of atom in your body system. It allows you to concentrate on the right thing, and it also gives you great ideas that human being can benefit from. Ideas that can benefit humanity. But when you consume too much of negative news, it gives you what they call toxicity. So let's check the definition of toxicity. So toxicity is defined, according to Google Dictionary, as the quality of being toxic or poisonous. The toxicity of a drug depends on its dosage. The quality of being harmful or unpleasant in a pervasive or insidious way. Toxicity is not something anybody should inject into their brain or inject into their system. So that's why most time these days, I prefer to have people who are positively minded, people who knows how to turn negativity into positivity to surround me. Because these days I discover, especially in the country where I reside here in Nigeria, that most of the things we discussed, most of the things the media feed us are mostly negative. Negative stories, negative government, the insurgencies are all around the countries, the woes of what the governments are putting out there, establishing as either as a constitution or as a policy, or the way they manage our economy and stuff like that. So everything, if you look at around you, it's not just in Nigeria alone. It's almost globally. It's almost global these days, where you discover that most things that people discuss are mostly negative. So, how do you now build people who are positive around you? So, I'm going to give my own opinion, but it all depends on you. I've already established what toxicity does to the body or to a human mind. And if you want me to read it from the dictionary again, is the quality. Okay, toxicity is the quality of being toxic or poisonous, or the is like the toxicity of a drugs depends on its dosage. So the toxicity of whatever your brain, you know, emit or generate is as a result of what you watch, what you perceive, and what you hear. So most time, be guided by what you watch, be guided by what you smell, and be guided by what you listen to. Because bad smell too can give you bad memories. And what you watch most time can give you bad memories. And what you listen to most time can give you bad memories. So when you generate too much of toxicity from all these events, it downs your spirit, it destroys you, you become very toxic, and you have the quality of being very harmful, the quality of being very unpleasant, pervasive, and insidious, in your ways of life, in your dealings. And you'll discover that, look at the neighbors in your compound, look at the neighbors in your environment, look at the people in your environment. You'll discover that most people are filled with toxicity that give them the pervasive way of living, insidious way of living. And they are always very harmful, they are very unpleasant, they do most of the things that are uncalled for, they don't curtail their tongue, they don't behave well, they are always very annoying. When you sit down with them, they are poisonous in nature, very filled with negative energy. So let's go to the energy. So when you consume something positive most of the time, it gives you positive energy. Negative energy cannot give you positive energy. Neither can positive energy give you negative energy. It's the only one you consume to your body system that your body, emits out. So I was talking to my wife a few days ago, and we were discussing about different people. especially friends and stuff. So it's always good when you have the right set of people around you. So when you want to build friendship, someone can call me now and call me friends when I know that person is actually not my friend. I've seen a lot of people does that in most of their dealings. I've seen a lot of toxic people, people who are very negative in their way of doing things. Some people, let's say two friends now that are doing, growing up together, building their friendship, and then once one becomes successful, the true friendship now will now be questioned. The friendship now goes through loyalty test. So how can you have a friend that you do not care for or do not care about his or her own well-being? Some of you have developed relationship with people who doesn't have your best interest. If you are someone like that, I would advise you cut off from that person. Anybody that you know in your life, be it friends, family, mother, father, or whoever that person might be colleague at work, that you know that they are filled with toxicity, in order to prolong your own life and for them not to infest you with that poisonous and unpleasant act or unpleasant vibes or unpleasant traits, you have to cut them off your wing. You have to make sure that you try to disengage yourself from most of the people who are not, who doesn't think in the same likeness like you do. But if you discover that you are a negative person as well, you can as well try as much as possible to purge yourself of all those negativities. So how do you do that? Read positive news. Focus on things that makes you happy. Focus on people who gives you joy. Focus on people who truly care for you, who are always there for you. People who place you as a priority in their life, who make sure that they do everything humanly possible to make sure you're okay. So detoxify yourself by engaging with the right set of people. And anytime anybody is bringing you negative news, because people share negative news, oh, don't you know what happened the other day? Someone dies a few weeks ago. There is a person that was hospitalized, this and that. Anything that has to do with negativity, try as much as possible to purge it away. So detoxify yourself and make sure that everyone around you are people who gives you positive. Me, I think if I'm to be honest, my friend circle are very, very limited. It's not because some people tend to call it pride. Some people tend to label me as someone who is proud, someone who is very distinct. Yes, I'm distinct, and I'm a pedantic person. I pay attention to the smallest details. So I chose to probably have the right set of people. I don't mingle with all my siblings. It's not something that I'm not proud of, because I'm very proud of it. Any siblings that you see me with knows that they don't give me toxic. But if you see me not mingling with any of my siblings, just know that that person is either we are incompatible. I don't want to probably, but I must have seen that person as someone who carries toxicity around, who carry bad energy, negative vibes around. So I chose to mingle with a set of people. My circle is very small. I can count the number of people I relate with on this earth. So I try as much as possible, because we are living in a disastrous world already, very wicked habitat already. Things that are happening that are bad are far more than things that are good these days. So what do? I try and make sure that I limit the set of people that I bring into my world, and I make sure the ones I bring are the right set that I need to either grow, either improve, either become well. So most of the time when you look at yourself, look at the people you call friends. How have they been impacting your life? So have they been impacting your life? If no, then cut them off. But if you don't want to cut them off, you can just leave them in limbo. You can leave them in limbo. So if you don't understand the definition of limbo, let me read it to you. Limbo means to an uncertain period of waiting, a decision or resolution, or a state of neglect or oblivion. a state of neglect or oblivion. So when you have people that are not good around you, put them in limbo. Just put them aside. Refer to them as people who doesn't exist. If anybody is in your life right now and that person is not making any positive impact in you, and positive impact doesn't mean, for many Nigerians or Africans who believe that every impact has to do with money and gift. No, positive impact doesn't mean money most of the time. It means that person makes you happy. It means that person encourages you. It means that person add values to your life by maybe advice, giving you advice, or probably whenever they see an opportunity that could be of benefit to you, they easily think of you, and your thought comes to their head, they easily call you. So if you really want to live long and you really want to live happy, because there are so many people that are living on earth today that are not happy. They are living in sadness. They are just managing their lives. They are not happy for whatsoever reason it might be. So try as much as possible to make sure you have the right set of people. And if you have family members who are just like burden on you, try to put them aside. See, every day that goes by, you don't leave it again. As I am recording this video today, there is no way I can record this video at this moment, except maybe for another alternative world or another timeline. If I record this very video again tomorrow, that will be another video entirely. And because I'm not reading from a script, I'm just talking from my head, I'm going to be speaking in another way. It might be similar, but my language and the usage of words might be quite different. So which means the moment I'm living right now, I can't live it anymore. It's gone. The moment I'm living a seconds behind me, those seconds is gone in my life. We are aging every day, and what I encourage people to do is to make sure that every seconds and every minute and every hours and week and months and years and decade or whatever counts in their life. Whereby I used to tell people, when you are not happy today and you are happy tomorrow, that sadness that you have yesterday is gone for life. You cannot come back to replenish it or replace it with happiness. So make sure you have the right set of people around you. People who give you positivity, people who doesn't bring sadness, pain, and penury most of the time into your life. And then family members who doesn't choke you up. Try as much as possible to keep beautiful friends who can always uplift your spirit. People who can add positively into your life. It might be happiness, it might be, people you while away time with that gives you good memory, good vibes and stuff like that. And if you have friends and families who are burdensome or who doesn't add any value to your life, there are some friends you are suffering together. The moment they change their lifestyle and they become a little bit better than you financially, because that's what people think as better, finances, you just see them, they will start to distance themselves away from you. Maybe they also see you in that light that, oh, this person is poor. I don't want to be relating with this person because she is poor. So just know, are you being still poor, know that those friends are to be cut away from your life. They are not good friends. The loyalty of your friend has been put to test immediately their status change. And it's obvious, except you want to turn a blind eyes and deaf ear to things. Me, I'm a very pragmatic person, very practical person. I try as much as possible to see things for what they are. I don't mince words. I don't use sentiment in addressing things. I don't even use emotion or whatever. I try to see things for what they are. This thing is good, this thing is bad, and that's the way it stays. Except if I need to probably look in depthly into that bad thing and see the quality of goodness that still comes from it. If I can still maintain that quality of goodness, then I'll go for it. But if I discover that it's all bad, all true, nothing good is coming from something, I try to shed it away from my life. I try to eliminate it away. So until I come again next time to tell you about things that might be beneficial to you, things that will probably come here and rant as usual and give you things that might improve your life, things that can improve the quality of your life. Stay cool, stay blessed. Please avoid negativity, avoid toxicity, avoid bad energy, avoid bad friends, and try as much as possible So stay positive all your life, stay happy, and remind yourself that you only have each seconds to live after each other. And don't be fooled. Death might come to anyone at any time. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the natural resources, enjoy the good people that you can surround yourself with, and try to share away bad energy. Stay cool and stay blessed. See you next time. Bye.